Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. We're in here in the workshop working on an old spoon made from nectarine wood. This is definitely not green wood. This is hard, but that's okay, man. What I like doing. It's very enjoyable. All right. This nectarine stuff is hard. Oh my goodness, man. But that's all right. You see the little markings up on the backside of this thing. Amazing. This thing was damaged by a thunderstorm back in the beginning of the summer. Really hard wood, but still got plenty of room to go down. And look at the grain up in there. You can see where limb came through here, limb came through there, and whatever made the tree weak enough to break, and then that thunderstorm developed right up in here and ran down the trunk. Think about the whole rest of the tree is about like this. So we've taken out a little hunk of the tree and using it to make a little spoon. I'm calling this like a camping spoon. It's going to be stout. It'll go down size some more definitely, but I want to make it where it's you can put it in your pocket, your backpack and stuff. It won't break. And we'll work on the profile, whereas it's approaching your mouth, it doesn't like bump your chin or anything else, because it's so big. So anyway, we'll work with this hook knife a little bit longer. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. It is hot here again. It's not say hot. It's near 80 Fahrenheit. A lot of humidity though, right here on the Virginia coast. And believe it or not, the leaves are changing and they're kind of wafting on down, falling off the trees and stuff. But so far, no cold air. The coldest temperature that we've had was at nighttime. I think it got down to like 56 or something like that, which compared to 98, 90, 99 degrees, which we've been dealing with, that's pretty comfortable. But I'm ready for some fall, man. Be able to break out the camping gear and get on back in the woods back there. So, all right, man. Hey, my friend, good to see you. All right. Let me move you out a little bit closer so you can see here. Santiago's, good to see you. All right. All right, got 55 people in the room and 7 thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. So how's everything and everybody doing today? Diddy, how you doing, man? How's everything? Your end of the world? Grandma Teresa Gilmore, good to see you. How's everything in your neck of the woods? This is a piece of old nectarine wood. Tree was damaged in a severe thunderstorm warning or storm. I don't know, early June, late May, and I've been making spoons out of it, and you can see the where the limbs had come in various places, and the tree to orient it would have been standing up like this, limb going this way, limb going that way, and all the way down through. And you can see where the whatever was going on that made it weak to snap like it did was occurring right through here. Yeah, buddy. But hopefully everybody has a awesome weekend. Yep, I certainly do. You see look at the sawdust that has come off this thing. It's hard. Yeah. Well, taste, no. Focus on. But the smell, yeah, it kind of smells fruity. If that's a word that you can use, or nectarinous. Yeah, it does. It does. And then once you put the preservative on it, the sealant and stuff like that, and stain it up. And I use what I use to stain it is, you can get this right off Amazon, 13 Chef's food grade mineral oil, and I put it up in this little jar right here, and a glass jar, and the dark color is coffee grounds, and that's what gives the accent to all this stuff. It'll make the where the limbs and all that kind of really pop. But all the fruit woods, cherry, nectarine, peach, pear, plum, apple, all will have some nice colorations to it. Boneyard, good to see you. How's everything in your neck of the woods? Let's turn our light the other way here. Bud Files, good to see you. How's everything in your neck of the woods? All right. We got 60 people in the room, 11 thumbs up. I appreciate y'all dropping by, spending a bit of time with me and everything. But it's so humid in here that you got to stay on your tools. This happened just overnight, man. We have to get that taken care of on the straw knife and stuff. That's what we use to slim down the handle some. All right, let's flip the old spoon up this way. Still got a good bit of meat that we can go down a good ways yet. It's a hook knife. This thing will put a real bad hurting on you, man. Well, HK, if you can't figure out what a spoon is, man, I don't know what to tell you. Boneyards ain't hanging in still. All right. Got a ways to go, HK, but we'll get there. Ways to go. Considering a while ago this was just a piece of wood laying out there on the ground beside an old dead tree trunk. All the spoons that we carve here come from storm damaged wood, or on occasional something we pick up off the beach, driftwood, spalted wood. Nothing we use here is something that you buy from a store or anything else. It comes right off the ground. All right. Okay. We'll buy the hook knives. Go right on Amazon. Type in your browser there, hook knife and everything, or you can go to beavercraft.com. But Amazon's easiest. Just type in hook knife, and they come in different sizes, from smaller, a little bit larger to mega large. So it depends on what you want to do, bowl or something like that. And the way these things are built, you got a cutting edge on one side, on top and the bottom. You got this little hook, and I use the hook if I get like a void, and you sharpen it. The typical way you sharpen a knife and everything. You can get these for anywhere from a few bucks to big time bucks. Depends on what you want to spend on it. And all right, it's a Sloyd, detail knife. Pardon me, detail knife. Okay, draw knife. And we got ourselves these are sanding blocks. You can find these in different grits right on Amazon too. You can cut them, wash them. They'll last a good long time. It's easier doing that with a block than it is with this kind of stuff. Or this kind of stuff. If you wanted to go powered, you get your Dremel. You get a little attachment like this, got like a Velcro on it, and these little discs have whatever grit you want on there, and it has a little Velcro backing. It's stuck right on there. All right, let's see who else. Steffi, all right, woodchucker. Caleb, good to see you, man. How's everything in your neck of the woods? When will we assemble Pinocchio? Not today. I believe Pinocchio would die of heat in here today. Right, man. All right, Caleb. So you're doing good, man. Awesome. Is it cooling down any out your way, man? It's tried to cool down, but then the heat came right back, and it's not quite as bad as it was. But the humidity's still up there. Living right here by the ocean, it's up there, 89, 90%, which it doesn't take much of that too high of a temperature to make that kind of humidity feel bad. All right, turn this thing like this. It'll work right here. Can't say I'm at work. Yeah, it's getting there though. It's starting to cool off. All right, man. Hey, John, how you doing? Good to see you. Whoops. All right, put this in here again. Maybe we use this particular piece of stuff here. Oh yeah, that works better. Oh yeah. And we'll turn it like this. John says, I haven't carved a spoon in a while, man. It's a lot of fun. I wish it was cooler in here, don't get me wrong, but I get the fans open, doors open, windows open, and it's still take a look at, see what the back is starting to look like. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good, man. Hey, Travis, how you doing? Sound like a ton of crows out there this morning. Which is fine. Yeah, this seasoned wood, man, this stuff's hard, man. That's okay. Oh, we're just carving a spoon out of a piece of nectarine wood there, John. Or Travis, I should say. Harry Vlogs, hello Harry, how you doing? Good to see you. Yep, nectarine. Yep. Had a large nectarine tree that either the end of May or early June, bad thunderstorm came up and cracked it completely in half. So nectarine, I'm gonna have to classify it as pretty hard. You know, unless you do something with it right away, it don't take very long. It really contracts, and sometimes it'll crack on you a little bit. But once it's finished drying, man, it's hard. I mean, yeah, definitely not like using green wood. Woodshed by Dan. All right, hey Dave. Hey, everybody, just stopped by to say hello in the chat. I'll be driving, so I can't text them. I hope y'all are doing so good. Well, safe travels, Dan. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. Yep, piece of old nectarine wood. And like I said, everything I use here is stuff that I pick up on the property or out there on a beach or something like that, driftwood or something. I don't use any wood that we've purchased from anywhere. So all storm damaged or stuff that's just fallen of its own fallings, so to speak. And sometimes I'll take, days of just messing around with something like this, let it dry and everything like that. Let's see, Travis says, I got some maple I made one out of. That stuff was super hard. It's been drying for years. Yeah, I can just imagine. I got some ambrosia maple around here somewhere. Probably over in the other workshop, but hard. I'll tell you what, man. Once you get it shaped and and stained and everything I got sealed up, man. It's beautiful. It's like spalted stuff, man. Really turns out nice. All right. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Like I said, the purpose of this particular spoon is like a camping spoon. It's designed to be stout. You know, your hand won't wrap around it like 5 times, and right, but be put in your backpack, your pocket, or anything else, and not break on you. And it'll take some time for it to get down to a nice shape or decent shape, because every time it dries, it kind of morphs up a little bit. So, would you ever make a ball spoon? What's a ball spoon, man? Travis, we have a ton of maple here, and it's hard to carve, but free wood. It's good. I agree, man. Yeah, yeah. It will take a couple days at least, you know, and then depending upon how humid it gets. And where I live here on the Virginia coast, man, it's real humid all the time. So wood it'll kind of sponge up. It'll get that feel, and then you'll get like little cracks here and there and stuff. So. But seeing as how we're not a factory or anything else, it's just we're just an old dude in the workshop having fun. All right. You can see right there where the tree started to flare out. It was narrower down here, and it looked like the limb went out like this. Let's take a look. Yep, see, there's a branch. See it? Would have been a branch going this way. Hence, that's the way the grain is popping out. And you got another one over here. You can see that track here. All right. Yeah. Let's see, Travis says it took this maple cut up into inch boards, a few 2x4s for turning it. Yeah. Yep. But like you said, it's free wood, you know, so, and with the price of things, you see what it looks like the beginning of a crack, but then once you get down a little bit, it disappears. It's ought to be a pretty interesting color once it gets it completely sanded and shaped, and then get it up in that sealant. Yeah, things really are not getting out of hand, whether it's a grocery store or anything else. You go to your local fast food joint, you end up spending more money for a burger, fry, and a drink than you would if you'd have gone to the grocery store and got yourself a meat and potato and a iced tea or something. Let's see, Travis says, I did manage to buy a full-size cast iron table saw for $50 though. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome, yeah. Yeah, every once in a while you'll find one like at estate sales and stuff, or stuff like that. Alright, let's see what's going on here. This, we're sitting down in a restaurant. It's cheaper than McDonald's. Yeah, really. Yeah, can I have a number one combo? I'll make that two. $37. What? You know, I hear you. Yeah, I know, man. Where did we go the other day, man? It was like Jersey Mike's, and we got a full size sub and a little bit smaller one. It was like $40, man. And then we got in a rush a few days ago, and we went to I wanted to say it was Wendy's. We got like the Baconator, a fry, and drink, two of them, and it was like 31, 32, $33. Remember back in the day, man, you could get like a chicken for $1 or so, and a big old bag of potatoes for a couple. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you can't hardly afford to eat out, man. And Jersey Mike's is a little more healthy. Yeah, probably is. Yeah, probably. And but expensive. Oh my goodness. And like Taco Bell used to be one of the cheaper places, but shit, not no more. That's why I find myself wandering the property here, hunting for what fell in the last storm, or what fell because of age, or we'll walk out to what do you call it? To the beach here and pick up a piece of driftwood. Stonewall Tony, what's up? That's why I don't eat out. Yeah, you can't hardly afford to, man. It's just crazy. And then there are times for like gas, man. Part of the week it's reasonable, and then the part of the week it isn't, and then when you get right near a holiday, it jumps big time. And I don't even know why does it do that. You know, what's different now than was yesterday, or yeah, you're right, Tony. You can't even afford to eat out, even if you wanted to. All right, man. We got 39 thumbs up and everything. DW, hello from Memphis, Tennessee. Well, hello from the coast of Virginia, the city of Newport News, Virginia. Travis says I got a company truck, so thank God I don't have to pay for gas. Yeah, yeah. I can understand that, man. Yeah, it kind of looks like little cracks, but that'll come out as you do it. And the humidity is what causes this. That the wood kind of gets spongy when it gets real hot and humid. Then it contracts and. All right, let's take a look at what the backside looks like. Like I said, you can see a limb. And see where the track was right through here that created that limb. Let's take our back our little camera up a little bit here. A lot of birds, man. A lot of birds. Use our little detail knife here. Make that curve. Yeah, I don't know what was going on right here. It looked like a bunch of other little tiny limbs started trying to grow. It's like a it's like 25 birds out there in the bird bath, man. Yeah, we'll probably end up having to let it dry a little bit, but that's okay. It's got the slightest little bit of a crank to it. We might be able to increase that a little bit, but I'm not too terribly worried about it. All right. Sand the handle a little bit. I don't put a whole lot of pressure on it because, like I said, it is old. It could end up cracking, but I don't think it will. But it looks like it's a hump up, but really it's just some type of discoloration right here. But all right, Bay, good to see you, man. Yes, all the stuff is beaver craft. It sure was. Except for draw knife here. I forget what brand this is, but that's a smaller one I use for spoons and stuff. And then we got our other little gadgets down here that when I find a piece of wood laying out and about, and use our adze to make it flat and stuff. And there's one little thing out here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but and we got an even bigger draw knife in here somewhere. Kind of a thing that you'd see doing a big log. Yeah, Travis says less arthritis. Yeah, you're right, DW. Yeah. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Okay, just wanted to say hello. I have to go tie-dye some shirts, and now have a great day, Dave, man. Spoon looks good. All right, well, enjoy your weekend and have fun with them shirts, man. I bet that's pretty cool to do. So, yeah, see, Travis says, nice. I got a kit, came with a couple of, oh, okay, gotcha. All right. All right, let's bring you a little bit closer again. All right, Bay, how you doing out there in Arizona? Starting to cool down any? Yeah. Let's see, Egyptian, I told you earlier, Dave, but I used your spoon to make some chili over the fire. It was delicious, and your coffee spoon works great. Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah, you can always find enough wood around here to make coffee scoops. I mean, sometimes finding wood to do spoons can be interesting by the time you trim away some of the bad stuff. But I like making these little pocket spoons, pocket camp spoons. They're stout. They're not going to break. You can put them in your pocket, your backpack, and everything else. So we got ourselves 45 thumbs up, and there's 59 people in the room. And I appreciate y'all spending part of your Saturday with me. It might take another day or two, yeah, because it's still got some moisture up in here, right up here. We won't tear it apart, but that's all right. The gypsy I use a cutting board. It's cool, man. Yeah. RMB said this one. It's only in the 70s. The high will be 101. Yeah. We got down to about 70 Fahrenheit last night, and it's supposed to get to right around 80 Fahrenheit, but Our big problem is the Atlantic Ocean is like 6 miles away, so it stays humid nonstop all the time. I mean, it's like 89, 90% humidity just pretty much all the time. And that's what makes a higher temperature feel tough, and even a colder temperature feel, you know, like it's way colder than it is. And Tony says we started at 80 Fahrenheit here in Yuma. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. That was a starting point, huh? See, Tony says I miss doing spoons, but I am loving doing rocks. Yeah. I got some rocks around here somewhere. Yeah. Box of them over here. Everything's over here. Box of rocks, man. All East Coast rocks. So, yeah. A lot of times when I'll go out there hunting for wood, I'll see a pretty rock or something, and let's see, Chester NC Fly. They look like the rocks from out here. Okay, and where's that there, Chester? The really pretty rocks need to get like a little west of here, out like past Richmond, Virginia, back here heading up toward the Appalachians and all. Philly, oh, okay. My hometown, Philly. Actually, Chester, Pennsylvania. I was born in Chester, Pennsylvania in 1960. All right, let's try this little strap sandpaper and see what we can't do with it here. DW, man. How's everything, man? Old piece of damaged fruit wood. That's a real nice color, huh? Alright, let's see what that did for us. Oh yeah, that's gonna really bring out the color. Once we get it all sealed up, man, it's really gonna. It's got that slight feel of wetness, dampness right up in down here in the bottom area. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, almost orange looking. Yeah. It should be a really unusual pattern in it once we get it sanded down and shaped and get it up in the sealant and the coffee stain and all. That should be really interesting. Let's see, my thermometer is saying 77 Fahrenheit in here. So that's not bad, but I'm still ready for some nice 45-degree day, man. And 35 degrees at nighttime. Be really cool to be able to get out in the woods and do some stuff and everything. Let's see here. Who did I miss? Chester says that's where I got my name from. I live right next to Chester, and that's how I Got the name. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was born in Chester in 1960, and then through the magic of being a military brat, you end up in a whole bunch of places, and the last stop was here. So, all right. Brand new American, good to see you, man. How's everything? All right. Nice with a fire, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nice with a fire, man. We got 70, or no, we got 51 thumbs up. I appreciate it, man. And got 75 people watching us, and this will take a little, I'd say probably one more day of digging this down, the spoon part down, and then sanding it, then letting it come to a full dry, and then we'll put it up in our preservative and stuff. And for those that did not see, what I use is the stuff from 13 Chefs. There we go. Like that. 13 Chefs food grade mineral oil, and pour it up in this little old pickle jar here. Then I get old coffee grounds and throw them up in there, and the coffee grounds kind of attaches to the place where you had these limbs come out, and really makes an unusual pattern. Yeah, quite a woody. Yeah, quite a woody, man. Yeah. This one grew from the ground, man. Really cool. Yeah, all right, man. Brand new American, how's everything? All right, let's see here. Let's open this up. All right. Some unusual patterns up in here. Not sure what all. In fact, something was, that's probably why it broke. There was something going on up in here. You can see the track where the branch came out. And then another one went up back like this. But we let it rest here for a little bit and then come back out. It'd be more clear exactly what happened up in there. Well, James, I know they do, but you know what? I like to make them. So if you want to jump on the bus or the car or walk up to the dollar store, you go right on ahead, man. I'll just walk around the wood line here and pick up a piece of wood, make a spoon. Yeah, that stuff was hard. Oh my goodness. Most definitely. All right. Yeah, imagine there's a bunch of the younger generations that would definitely choose to go to that old dollar store instead of going out and making something. All right, let's bring this back over here. Story time with Uncle Bill, man. How's everything going? Doing good, man. Kind of a warm, humid day here on the Virginia coast, but not as bad as it has been, and certainly not as wet as it was. Tell you what, there was a lot of rain come down the other day. Got like about 5 inches of rain here. And when I'm doing projects like this, I'll save the sawdust and put it in the bag. That way, if we have to do some patching on something, we can. And it'll look about the same. Yeah, it was it was a lot of rain, man. It really was. Yeah, it's still squishy out here. And yeah, it was raining so hard it knocked like the gutter on the side of the house down across the street here. The bird bath fell over because it was just too much water coming at it at one time. Awesome, though. You're in North Carolina, right? Right down the beach, huh? Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Okay. It ain't gonna be a whole lot longer. We'll have to let this rest up right in here. It feels like kind of a little bit of a spongy feel right up in here, right in the dead center. You don't want to hook it out too bad. Yeah, Jacksonville, Topsail Beach. Yeah, I was stationed down at Camp Lejeune back, 83, 84, 85. Came there from Bermuda, of all places. Spent 18 months in Bermuda, and let's see here. I forgot all these places now. Paris Island for a little bit, and South Carolina. Yeah, we lived in Hubert, North Carolina. Yes, we did. Had a little trailer out there, right, not far from the base. Yes, I know about Court Street. Yep, I certainly do. Yeah, the good old red light district, huh? Most of the time it was off limits to us. But that's all right. But you know, Jacksonville, you know what? I didn't mind it. It was all right. It was all right. Memories, yeah. I guess when you're 19, 20 years old, nothing really matters. You just deal with it. Yep. All right, let's take a look. We'll probably have to let her dry a little bit now, but man, it's starting to shape up. We'll get the shoulders here a little more defined, and the handle lose a little weight, and we'll dig this down to a bit, and then we'll make the profile here more narrow. That way, as it's approaching your mouth, it's you don't run in your teeth, you know. All right. Well, I thank y'all so much for spending some time with me, and we're gonna call this one a break, and we'll see y'all a little later on, and y'all take care. Thanks for showing up.